San Antonio, Texas. Greetings, everyone, from San Antonio. The Spurs playing host to a Western Conference affair here at the sold-out AT&T Center. We welcome you this Thursday evening as we get set for some exciting NBA action on 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. A look at the opening lineup for the Houston Rockets. Motiejunas and Howard the post pair. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. And it's Lawson in at the 1. On defense, San Antonio. Outside, Green. Down low. It's tipped. Motiejunas with the steal. Harden kicks to Lawson. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge Clark is bread and butter, that great jump shot of his.
Yeah, that's something that every big man needs. That high release, really tough to get to that shot.
Now, here's Ariza from 18 feet away. And, yep, couple bounces, and it falls. About 1 minute into the first quarter. Howard with the steal. Lawson kicks to Harden. Good.
Boy, that's a nice feed by Lawson.
San Antonio with the ball. 4-point game. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession.
They're fortunate that one was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Or Diaz checked in for San Antonio. Ginobili comes in for Daniel Green. Brewer is checked in for Houston. Patrick Beverly comes in for Ty Lawson.
Well, what a smart pass that time by Aldridge.
Parker against Beverly. Now the dish to Harden. From outside, off the mark. Here's San Antonio now. Ginobili the pass to Let. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
In the corner, it's Brewer. Past Motiejunas. Harden up top. Drops. Harden's got second bucket of the night.
And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Outside Ginobili. The shot no good. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Rockets lead by 2. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And Tim Duncan closing out what's been a remarkable career, a Hall of Fame career. We heard from...
He really transformed the franchise. He's one of the best players.
Wallace Montague and Duncan, no doubt the long-term face of the Spurs franchise and arguably their best player ever, which brings up the conversation, Greg, of where he stands all-time league-wide.
Well, he's right there. And listen, let's give him a little more credit, man. He's got 5 rings now, you know, having won that championship 2 seasons ago. But look, Kobe's in that category with 5 rings and an MVP as well. So he's an all-time great. I don't know how you rank him, but when you have a conversation about the best ever, Tim Duncan will be in.
And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and, you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
Ginobili out there with West. And it's Green, and it's Duncan, and it's Mills in at the 1. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Ariza kicks to Lawson. Fires for 3. David West grabs the miss.
That's a shot you've got to take if you're looking for the three-pointer. I mean, the defense was nowhere around.
Green. Here's Ginobili. Shot is no good. Good D by Ariza.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. And Green gets it to go.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. On the wing, Brewer. He's covered by Ginobili. 5 to shoot. And the basket by Jones. Jones has got his first points in this one.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Here's Mills. Drilled from 11 feet out. Mills has got the lead up to 2 now for the Spurs. And the first half.
Thank you, Kevin. Coach, you haven't seen much work put in off the bench.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. A pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. Some good moments from both teams, but as the first period wrapped up, they trailed by 2. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Hart.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Kevin McHale. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. Motiejunas and Howard the post pair. And it's Lawson in at the point guard.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
You know, he picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Here's Harden. There's the dish to Howard. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And that's an example of willpower right there, guys. I mean, grabbing the offensive rebound and then going back up strong.
And GA, in a close game like this where every possession is critical, that could prove to be a very big one.
Boy, it sure could, Kevin. I mean, he salvaged 2 big points for them off that miss.
Inside, got a piece of it, and stolen by Aldridge. Here's Leonard, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. Even then, it's just not a good play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Diallo comes in for Duncan, and it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green.
And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy, one of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature.
And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat and remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft. Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
Boy, he is such a ridiculous dunker.
High riser, no doubt about it.
Goodness, I mean, you come to expect plays like that from him, and folks, that never gets old.
Leonard kicks to Aldridge. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. That's on Dwight Howard.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
The Rockets making a switch here. Brewers checked in.
Well, as far as the league's big men go, he's one of the very best at the foul line.
The pass to Howard. Kicks it out to Harden. Howard setting the pick for Harden. Back to Howard. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of
The third quarter comes to a close. Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. Lawson with it. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Kawhi Leonard is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Duncan in at the center position. That's the San Antonio 5. Harden the pass to Howard. Duncan with the block. The drive by Green. And the rebound goes to the Rockets.
That's as high percentage as it gets for him. I mean, the defense really has to be mindful of not giving him that kind of space to operate.
Harden draws the double. Motiejunas has the open look. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. Harden's got his third assist on the night. San Antonio leading. Here's Duncan. Parker kicks to Duncan. Leonard against Ariza from 13, and Leonard gets it to go. And the Spurs lead by 3.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Kevin McHale coaching his team during that break. He told his guys, listen, we've got to make the most of every opportunity right now. We can win this game, but it's all about making every single possession count. Guys, we'll see if they can come back.
And San Antonio shooting a magnificent 69% in this game. Howard with the steal. Here's Ariza. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Ariza's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Parker kicks to Aldridge. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
The Spurs making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. Aldridge dishes to Leonard. Here's Duncan, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
I agree. I mean, he would have been better off using it on the floor and not on the shot. But the foul had to come either way, so it is what it is.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game. Now a timeout called by Houston. They trail by 3. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Lawson has the open look. San Antonio with the rebound. Guys, they're not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time. Milk the clock a little bit.
So the first one drops, and that brings them within 2 here. Ty Lawson hits them both.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And so both free throws are good, and it's a three-point game.
Absolutely massive free throws. That'll force them into a three-point attempt.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 3. There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And you know what? You got a couple options here. You can take the 3 to tie it or get the quick 2 and then a foul.
And, you know, if it opens up for them inside, the quick 2 would be the way I would lean, Greg, but the foul has to come immediately after that.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
Kicks it out to Harden. Off the mark. And so it's San Antonio with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, and they got pushed down the stretch, but they did what they needed to do and held their ground when it mattered most and got the W.
Well, guys, I'm here.
The 2K Sports postgame show.